Welcome everybody. Martin Tyler along with Alan Smith. Alan, looking forward to it today.
Yeah, I think so, Martin.
So,
really good
hello ladies and gentlemen, let me just go and do something in the settings quickly. If I can't do it, I don't know, and I will get... Am I not play? Yes. Ooh.
Out here.
Yes, so much better.
And
Right,
this is our match today.
so
It's
hello
Stoke City
ladies and
against
gentlemen,
Arsenal.
and welcome to the first
The
episode
Stoke City team.
of
Here it
this
is for you. Lee Grant starts in goal. Eric Peters starts with Glenn Johnson as the fullbacks. Marco Arnautovic plays with Xherdan Shaqiri in the wide positions. Peter Crouch is the main striker today.
I always say preview.
This is the Arsenal
Review
lineup.
of
Cech starts
last
in goal.
weekend's game,
Granit Xhaka starts
Arsenal
with Aaron
away to
Ramsey in the
Stoke.
centre of the pitch.
The result
In
of this
attack,
game
Olivier Giroud
was
joins up
1-0
with Danny
to
Welbeck.
Stoke. Yeah, the first thing I've got down on the list of what I'll talk about. I'll go through them.
Giving the opposition a problem
The
with
first
their
one that it says, the first topic, we will talk about the result. The result 1-0. Hesse got a goal on the 47th minute on his debut.
Jeff Cameron.
And it was
Well, he makes that transition
a
happen
poor
quickly.
performance, but people were going a bit too mad about it. We had
Granit Xhaka.
everybody's going to say it only
Hector
matters about
Bellerin.
the score. We had Stoke only
return
had
ball.
22 possession throughout the whole game.
Mesut Ozil himself,
22%.
he knows they can look a bit languid and lethargic.
People
at
are saying
times.
that
His natural
Lacazette's
body
goal
movement. And he
should
got
have
a bit of stick
counted.
for that, really, but he's such an effective
I don't really
Well,
know.
he's
If it
club
shouldn't-
managers
it looked-
and he's manager
There's a wee
for
bit from
Germany.
offside,
They
but I
all
don't know.
admire him, and that speaks volumes for his talent.
So
Well, we could get some news on the injury.
we're
I
gonna.
think Jeff
If
Shrews
there's
is on
went
the case.
about it,
From down here, it looked as though he
it was
Got
very
out.
annoying.
Oh, well
His
saved.
goal.
Arsenal have a corner.
So we really need to work. Our defense was the worst thing. I'm gonna get on the player ratings and all that and talk about defense. The disappointment all around. There was a lot of disappointment. We had so many great opportunities. Jack Butland was great for them in goal.
He
He's
could lay it off
really
to the
good.
supporting player.
Their defense played pretty well. I believe their attack didn't do much except for the goal,
Arsenal get a corner.
and we really needed to capitalize on that. We struggled. Ozil struggled. Lacazette was kind of went unnoticed. The only real standout performance I've seen in the game was Chamberlain. Again, Chamberlain puts in a hell of a performance. Great runs down the wing, got past, I think once he dribbled past two defenders,
Good support play from his teammates.
and he played really well yesterday.
Building steadily here, keeping
And
possession.
he was my man of the match, but
Ramsey.
no one else really did. So well, I didn't see too much better performances. And also one thing about it, the selection.
Opportunity to cross
Like,
it now.
Holding has one bad game, he gets...
He's blocked the shot well.
I think Vardy runs rings around him, he couldn't do much about it. And he gets benched for Mustafi, which I thought he could be good bringing him back in. But it wasn't at all. He was probably one of the worst players in the team. And once again on Twitter, which I was supposed to do a Leicester video, but I didn't find the
Now
time.
that's a throw.
Once again, Wenger out. Hashtag Wenger out is trending on Twitter once again. I'm not surprised it was trending in the middle of the Leicester game, whenever at halftime.
Good anticipation by
The
opposing player
and
there
my
to read the
opinion on
direction of
this,
the throw.
I just don't see why he's signed a new deal
Marco
and you still want him out.
Arnautovic
It's just
trying to find a way
unbelievable.
through here.
I'm not saying I'm a
Groping
Wenger
away.
in supporter. I'm not a Wenger out supporter. I'm not a
Typified
Wenger in
the
supporter.
competitive nature of this game, that tackle. It's only a throw in. It's looking good this
So
move.
let's just save that topic for another day.
Caught under no challenge by the
Player
goalkeeper.
performances, standout ones. I would say two standout players for Arsenal, and that's the only two out of the 11 players on the field. Like, come on. Some people might disagree. I'm pretty sure no one will really disagree.
Olivier Giroud.
On one.
Ramsey.
Wait, I'll do two. I was thinking of putting Xhaka down, but nah. He had a couple of good shots.
Joe Allen.
and good passes, but no, I'll put someone else down. I already said Chamberlain as one of my standout performers, and I also was saying to myself, he looked pretty good in the game. It's just his finishing. Danny Welbeck, he was there was barely any leaders in our team, and I thought he was the one who tried everything just to get, and he got on goal a couple of times. His finishing needs a hell of a lot of work. It's pretty annoying that he wasn't able to get a goal. I thought he would be the one to get the goal. I really thought we would come back in it after the first goal by Hesse. And if we got a draw, then lucky. I don't know why. Also, in Wenger's fault here, he brought Lacazette off in like the 70th minute. If we need to score a goal, and you bought him for scoring goals, then why do you take him off? I know Giroud, he's alright, yeah. What about playing Giroud and Lacazette? You could have took Welbeck off. Or you could have took Ozil off even. Well, any of those three you took off, and you took off Lacazette, like really? I don't know what's going to happen whenever Sanchez comes. It's going to be a difficult situation of what Wenger's going to do about it. We still do take Lacazette off, which I was agreeing with. But after that game, Giroud disappeared. He had a good header, and that's pretty much all we need Giroud for. And then he missed.
And here's Crouch.
And it is pretty annoying.
And having a little game of their own
about Wenger's decisions in this game. Like, he made some great decisions against Leicester, but it just completely disappeared. Our away form from last season looks to come back, and it could be already back, and I guess we're going to find out next game against Liverpool. I will get into that soon. So I think player performances, I kind of we'll talk about bad performances. Yes, we will. I'm not going to talk about Stoke because you want to hear something talking about Stoke.
This is an exercise in
the grimness of all that. Some of the worst players on the field. Bellerin had a poor game. Monreal had a poor game. Mustafi had a shocker. There's not too. Most people were bad, but they were the real standouts of being bad.
And there is the half-time whistle. 0-0 at the break.
So that's pretty much the bad performances for me. Any other alright performers? Yeah, Ozil right there in the photo. He was pretty quiet the whole game. He didn't do much. Who else? It's tough. Czech didn't have a great game. He was pretty quiet in the first half.
Start of the second half.
So it was good, and then they scored like after, I think the commentator said it was not a great game for most players. As I said, Chamberlain and Welbeck were the players that done alright. Just a wee bit better than pretty bad. And next up, there is my opinion, but I kind of already said it, and there is player ratings. I'll give my ratings out. I'm not going to give anyone higher than a 7, and I'm going to give Chamberlain a 7. I'm going to give Welbeck a 6. I'm only going to go for the bad and good players. The bad players, I said Czech, I'm going to give him a 4. That goal, he should have pretty much saved that, and he didn't have too much problems as well, but, you know, you shouldn't really be conceding to a man who's only been in England for like 3 days. Centre backs, Mustafi, I'm going to give him a 3. Very poor for him. Don't give me the excuse of him, he's only just back. He's been back for like a month. And don't give me the excuse. I don't see why Alexis, before the first game against Leicester, didn't get played, or in the Community Shield. He was tired because of the Confed Cup. It was over like a month before it, and he's tired. It's ridiculous. I really don't like that feeling. Not a feeling, really. It was really annoying. Him not deciding. He could have put Alexis on the bench, but I don't think it would have done much. Next up, transfer rumours. I was thinking of doing a separate video on transfer rumours, but you probably wouldn't listen. So I'll just put a wee bit in. Transfers, we need to get someone immediately. Immediately. I would think Lamar people is disappeared. And now people are saying he's going to go to United. And now that's died down. And people are now saying that Monaco might be willing to sell him, even though they said ages ago they're not going to let him go.
Well into quite a dangerous position now.
People are saying we need a centre back. I don't see who Arsenal will buy. Van Dijk, but he's most likely going to be in Liverpool. I think my friend Gary says he could be in Liverpool by Thursday. But I don't think so. I think it could go right down to the wire with Van Dijk.
Looking for an opening with some
and
controlled build-up.
People now saying Ozil might still leave, you know, he said he wants to sign a new deal. I see him staying. I really do see him signing a new deal.
They've got width here.
Jean-Michael Siri, a heavy target for us. It's now looked likely he's going to go to Barcelona instead, which I'm really annoyed about, that we're going to lose another player. But the transfer situation also, it's pretty much back to normal after the Lacazette transfer. We really do need someone. Centre mids is also what people want to see. I don't know who was like one of the last ones that Arsenal went in for. Draxler actually, PSG said they don't really want him because of Neymar bringing him in. But now they're saying they're not really willing to sell him either. So it's a really weird situation. Arsenal, I think, are the favourites if they were to let him go. People were saying Liverpool as well. And really, he'd be a great signing. We've been wanting him for years, and we could get him. And you know what? I've got a weird feeling in me that he will come in. I don't know. I don't know if it'll be this year, but maybe. We're all just going to have to see. I'm going to just go quickly. Score predictions for the next game against Liverpool. Pretty much I will talk about the game in the next episode. It's against Liverpool. Score prediction for this one. I said to Gary the other night, whenever we were going through the score predictions, he said 2-1 to Arsenal, even though he's a Liverpool fan. And I said 2-1 to Arsenal, so I'm going to stick to that. 2-1 to Arsenal. I'm going to see Chamberlain and Lacazette, the goal scorers. I don't know who for Liverpool. And that's pretty much the end of this video. It's not really a rant about it. I was getting annoyed at some points, as you could see, about the Wenger's changes. And so I'm pretty much just going to end it here. Please like and subscribe if you want to become a legend. And I will see you guys in the next video.